and welcome back to this brand new podcast under the AVG umbrella. My name is Jen. I'm the cheese ball in your snack drawer.
My name is Emily. I'm the older sister you've always wanted.
And I'm Madeline, your girl who thinks everything is that deep.
Today, we've got a juicy episode. Are we red flags?
Are we toxic?
Are we really toxic?
The answer is yes.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Everybody got a little bit of toxicity.
But what's
sprinkled
fun is we're
in.
toxic in different ways.
Yes.
So we cover all colors of the toxicity rainbow.
We are self-aware girlies. We know where we are wrong. We know where we fall short.
Yeah.
And we are excited to talk about it today.
We've done a lot of work trying to uproot these difficult habits of ours.
However, some of them are stickier than others. And it's something that maybe we might have to live with for the rest of our lives.
They still peek out every now and then.
Yeah,
It's not pretty.
they do.
I know, just
do be
looking at
doing
us,
that.
we do look like we have nothing wrong. But deep down, and maybe not even that deep down, there are things that...
Actually, on the surface.
on the surface, on the crust.
Last week.
We're laughing because it's true.
Toxicity is so fun.
Dude, I love being toxic.
I know.
I feel like it's kind of like,
Let's just speak from the heart.
like when you know that something is bad and you know that there's something in you that you should change. And
Yeah.
like, oh, maybe this is not a personality trait that I should be proud of, but it feels so good when you're doing it. You're like, I know I shouldn't send that text and be inflammatory to this
Yeah.
person. I know I shouldn't write this 1-star Google review, but boy, does it make me happy.
Like, I know I shouldn't twist the knife. I know I shouldn't use their words against them, but like they deserve it, you know?
It's like you look for the jugular.
It is wild.
It's like you look for the jugular and your developed brain is like, don't touch that. Please don't touch that. And your animal brain is like,
Rip
and
it
it
out.
feels so good.
We're really exposing ourselves so fully, pouring our heart out, bearing our souls to you so early on in our relationship. So welcome. We want to bond with you by sharing.
This is who we are, the
traits.
deepest, darkest corners of who we are.
Usually I try to sham wow you and make you think that I don't have these traits, but we are growing. So that's why we're trying to
We're together.
be truthful about it now. You know
We're
what
all
I'm
in this
saying?
together.
How are you toxic, Jen? Give it to us. Don't be general, be specific.
Okay, well, the first one that came to mind when I was thinking about this question was one of my toxic traits is that when I feel attacked or I'm in a fight with someone, I become a lawyer. I have a JD.
Her father is a lawyer.
My father
so-
is a lawyer. So
yeah.
I'm a lawyer. Yeah.
It's in her blood.
So it is, it is just a jump, hop, and a skip away.
But I become a lawyer.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll like ping pong with you back and forth in our argument. Okay, but the whole time I got my yellow lined paper out and I'm remembering things you said and I'm searching,
so
scanning the
scary. Yeah.
horizon for any loopholes.
Oh,
Anything you didn't cover.
She loves a loophole.
I do love a loophole.
She'd be looking for loopholes all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. Even
So when I find one, I weasel my way in there and I make the loophole bigger and bigger and bigger until you get exhausted,
nowhere
you're
to
spun in
go.
circles, you're dizzy.
oh, so
and
you
you're like,
exhaust your opponent. Why
Oh,
am
yes.
I'm calling them an opponent.
because they are my opponent in this situation.
for Jen, arguments are not like, let's work through this together. She's like, this is me versus you, and I'm going to win.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
I take the long game too. We play for yes.
Oh.
I'm like I will
You go for endurance.
go for endurance. I'll like
Would you like to
tuck you into a circle.
share with us who you last?
Yeah,
no, maybe,
what was the
maybe not the
last
most recent,
time
but
that you
Oh,
did that?
last time I did that. Well, this one time I had a fight with my mom, and basically it's about like attitude. Like I had an attitude with her, and she felt disrespected, which was very valid. But I spun it as, well, you gave me an attitude first, therefore that's why I gave you an attitude as well.
I'm just reacting.
Yeah,
Why
I'm
are
like,
you
well,
calling me out for this?
Let's think
bad
about where the
behavior?
source of this came from. It was you, so therefore you all know
Check out-
responsibility.
Check out the log in your
Isn't
own
that
eye.
crazy? I think back to that and I was like, wow.
Did you like realize that was happening, or did you look back on it and
Well, my mom is very smart. She knows my patterns now.
You come
She
from
knows
somewhere.
I'm my toxic areas. You two do know as well. So actually in the middle of the argument, we're like going back and forth for a while. And she's like, I'm not going to talk about this anymore with you. You go and think about what you might have done in the situation. So she was like,
She put you in timeout.
She was like, I will not be spun in circles by you because I know you've done this in the past. And she knows me so well.
Wow.
She's so smart. And so she identified that that's what I was doing. And she was like, don't pretend you're perfect in this. Just go think about what you might have done. I'll go think about it as well, and let's come back. Because she was
so
like,
good.
Very
we will
good.
not go on the merry-go-round. We will not go on the teacups ride tour.
Yeah. You're over there
She's
like
so good.
trying to beckon her onto the carousel. And you're like, come
Yes.
on. She's just like, that ride's not for me.
She's like, I've ridden that. I've thrown up after it. I'm going to get off the ride now.
She's like, I'm too tall for this
Yeah.
ride. I'm too big for this ride.
Yes.
Let's get
I'm
off.
going to go eat some popcorn
Let's
and a
go get
pretzel
a
over
funnel
here.
cake. Yeah,
Yes,
think about what we've
exactly.
done.
So I can see that happening when I feel, specifically when I feel attacked, when I feel like someone is like blaming me for something, and my obviously immediate reaction is going to be defensiveness. So
Yeah.
I feel all of the atoms in my brain shut down any possibilities of empathy. They all
She becomes
retreat
a
from that.
psychopath.
Yeah, they all coalesce together,
Or is
and
it
they're like, "We
sociopath?
will find the loophole."
Nice.
Yeah, so that's one of mine.
Man, I don't know where to begin. There's like so many. I
Your
have to
favorite
Pick
one.
one.
Your favorite one.
Yes,
First
I feel
top of
like
mind.
I'll give you the cold shoulder, and I just kind of like will turn away, just withdraw.
Ice queen. Ice queen.
Yeah, I just and then like you leave the other person just like begging for them to interact, begging you to interact with them, and you just withdraw every
you
sense
withhold
of
affection.
your presence. I don't think I usually come from the perspective of trying to actively withhold, other that may be a byproduct of it. More of like, you're just not worth my time right now.
It's not even I'm trying to hurt you. It's like
You
indifference.
don't even get to
It's indifference.
Yeah, and
Which is
grace
the
my
worst.
thoughts.
like this is not worth. You are not worth my energy anymore. but
We're
like,
just-
but like that's not good because like you should be leaning in, you know. And it's
Yeah.
just like I don't really care, you know.
Do you
like-
think it's a defense mechanism? Do you feel like, or have you experienced the other end of it, so you know how powerful that is
Well,
when you do?
I think the less developed version of me also like really struggles with intense emotions, and so like feeling everything is a lot. So just like step away from the situation, go ice cold, and you don't gotta worry about it, you know. And then as we said in the last episode, it just seeps out in other ways.
Yes.
So then
Oh,
it
so
becomes
you
a
don't deal
problem.
with it. You don't think about it. You just
Yeah.
You are shut down too yourself.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
And you just kind of like step away and make them flail a little bit and say,
And it's
Don't-
so
and not
fun
say
to
sorry.
see. It's so fun.
yeah,
to
be
see.
like, you messed up, didn't you?
you don't give them a stage.
Yeah.
I can, but then sometimes I get really like wordy, loquacious. It gets boring. Like nobody wants words, you know?
I want
So.
words.
Yeah, we're honored to receive your flaming insults. At least we are receiving something.
Yeah, I think I've seen other people do that before. And so I
Yeah.
thought that was the solution.
Because it worked on you.
Yeah, and it was awful, and
Yeah.
you have no idea what you're doing, and then you never address it afterwards. But then that's just what I thought was the way to work
Conflict
through something.
management.
Exactly. When conflict management is not confronting.
Yeah.
It's not really managing. It's just
It's
like
zero
shutting
management.
it out. Yeah.
Shutting down and then
Yeah.
skipping to the next step.
So I would say that probably is top of mind. What about you, Em?
I'm a Karen. I think I've always had like a very strong sense of I am important and I need people to know that. Like, of course, I would grant that to other people. Other people are important as well.
Yeah.
And I make sure that they have what they want and what they deserve.
Yeah.
But if I feel like that's either being taken away from me or ignored, I'm like, hey, remember me?
Yeah, you.
That was unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will leave negative Google reviews. I will leave like the 1-star Yelp review if I feel like the waiter was being really rude or if I feel like they were being racist. Because even now, even as an Asian American who has lived here my entire life, sometimes I feel like, was that racist? Like, is that because I'm Asian? So like if I feel that and they'll say something, then I will make it known to the public. I will make it known to the public that this was not okay. Yeah, and of course it's done through a lens of like justice and
Yes,
like,
it's always
hey, don't
justice.
treat me like that. But
Yeah.
I think when I get into that mindset, like no one else matters. Like their feelings do not matter because
Yes.
they owe me something now.
Yes.
Yeah, like
They
I
owe you
The
something.
empathy
now.
shuts down.
I got in a fight
God.
with my grandma's neighborhood director because she
I remember this.
yeah, my grandma lived in this cute neighborhood for retired ministers. So she lived in a retirement community.
Yeah.
And so there's this director who I've heard she got her job because of nepotism because she was the niece of the guy who started it all.
I'm sensing a little judgment here.
Yes. And so she just
energy.
mismanaged everything. We asked them for a plumber like 3 months prior because the toilet kept flooding. And I'm like, this is not the right way to live for a senior citizen.
Yeah.
And like, she should not have to be like plunging the toilet at 90 years old. So I called her and I was like, we have asked over and over again for you to send a plumber. If that is too difficult for you, I can call my own plumber and I will bill the neighborhood if that is something that I can do for you. And so I got in a fight with the director lady and my mom got mad at me because she's like, you need to be nice. I'm like, I have been nice. And they've done nothing.
It didn't work.
Sometimes you have to be a little more pointed. But I know I could have said it better. I could have said it with more grace.
Why does this feel like a confession?
And more, my mom is like, when you're asking people for something, you have to come from a place of kind of begging, like, oh, if you would be so kind to do this. And I'm like, no, not in America. I don't think it doesn't really work that way. So I, as you can tell, like I have a very passionate
yes.
place of justice and like this has to be set right. Everything has to be equal. It has to be balanced.
Okay.
And if I feel like my tuna tartare just wasn't cold enough, I will let you know. So that's my toxic trait. Same within relationships too. If I feel like, ooh, I didn't like how they spoke to me, I must sit them down. I'll be like,
what is your
I don't like
toxic
this.
trait in a relationship?
I'm kind of like you, or I'm like a combination in relationships. Like I also learned from family how to back someone into a corner so their argument is just moot. And so all they have to do is just be like, I accept that you are right and that you are always right.
Yes.
Yeah. So in a relationship, I like to just like poke holes in every single argument until they agree with me. Otherwise, I'm just either mean to them or I or I withdraw myself.
Yes.
Yeah. And I know that's hurt a lot of like my ex. Bless his soul. He didn't deserve any of that. I don't really know how to do relationships well. I feel that like I would send screenshots to Maddie. She's like, you didn't have to be like that. Like you could have said that so much nicer.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's just like that Karen comes out and it's just like, why didn't you see this? Why didn't you treat me this way? Like I am your queen. And Madeline's like, you are not a queen. You're an equal in this relationship. Like, do you want a partner or do you want a servant? And I'm like, oh.
You're like, oops.
Yeah, so listeners, I am not perfect.
So much of it boils down to not being seen, though.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a common denominator. Is like, I am not seen, so I have to like fight extra hard to make sure that you see me, you hear me, and that I'm acknowledged or validated in some way. Like the root is always like, you didn't understand me. So I have to voice it extra hard, or I have to withhold so that you have to come and find me to go figure out and go see me.
You have to present an entire case.
Yes.
When all you really need is someone to be like, I hear that. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Which is ironically the thing that I also need to be doing for them too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I'm fighting, I'm like, I am not seeing any of your emotion.
No.
at all.
Everything
Nope.
they're saying
Empathy
is
out the window.
Yeah, everything, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And all we
Fighting
need
for
to do is
survival.
like take a beat, be like,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That did feel hard for you. It is not nice when you receive an attitude from me.
yeah. Like I'm
That
sorry.
did hurt.
I'm sorry I
You.
used that tone on you.
Yeah.
That wasn't nice. Easy. Immediate. Like
Yeah,
we're
Immediate
like
diffuse. Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, you need to do this and you need to do that. And they think they have to come at you with like this fire hose when all they really need to do is mist. That's
Yes.
it. And then immediately calm.
Otherwise, though, throw in flames.
Flames.
Yeah.
Survival.
Yeah.
And I think for us, just more clinically, it comes from a place of being first a girl,
Yeah.
then Asian,
Mm.
then Asian in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many layers.
And there's so
behind
many
it.
layers. And even birth order matters too.
Oh my God, so much.
Yeah. Like I'm the first child. I have a younger sister and I always felt like I needed to fight to be heard. And like if they won't listen to me, they won't listen to her. So I need to like spearhead this movement. And you're an only child.
only
So how did that
child.
feel for you?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is probably like dealing with the expectations of parents or family that like want you to be a certain way or want to see you a certain way, and having to like be honest and voicing things that might be different from those expectations, and allowing the like space and the gap of those deltas and talking through them together. I feel like is a lot of like not feeling seen sometimes, and like fighting to be seen for really who you are instead of what maybe people expect of you. This goes for like being at work too, or like with new people. Like just you can see what they see that you are, and then you know what you actually are, and you kind of are fighting to.
There's that cognitive dissonance. Yeah.
And you can feel it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Madeline, she's the youngest child of an older brother.
Yes.
Not
So
of an older brother. You have an older brother.
I have an older brother,
Yeah.
So the only one here with a boy in my family.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good. Yeah, but it does come with a unique perspective because I find like girls that have older brothers have to have a little bit of a tougher skin than girls that only have girl siblings. Not always, but a lot of the times, of course.
It's pretty clear when someone, like a girl has an older brother, you can just tell that they have this grit to them that like either girls with sisters or only girls like never had to really fight against.
Yeah. It's like, you can tell that they operate from a different place. Like the environment they grew up in was just totally different. You don't have to like the coding and the words and the way that you approach things is different with a guy than with a girl. But I think my brother probably felt a lot of what you felt, in terms of having to fight his case for everything. And then I was just a little angel baby princess that got to get away with murder.
Yeah.
You know,
She
so I'm
bats those eyelashes.
Yeah, so I think that also
big
shows
eye.
up though in like in toxicity and like in traits and like thinking that I should get things or like thinking that it should be easy.
She's
or
entitled.
I'm entitled.
She's a princess.
Yeah, entitled and totally like what is the word? Victim mentality. I have a really strong victim mentality because if I don't get it, then I'm like, but I should.
Why
though.
not?
Yeah, why? You know, life is so hard. But then, like, for my brother, he's like, you literally get it so easy. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I tell my sister all the time, I'm like, I paved the way for you. I made your life so easy. Like, I got the mean version of our parents, so you can get the nice one.
That is kind of true, though. I feel like they're always a little meaner to the older ones.
It's true.
Yeah,
Because they're trying to.
expectations are high.
They don't know what to do.
They don't know what to do, and they're trying to be the best parents, so they're just like,
They don't know how to discipline. Like, they don't. It's just, it's really hard.
we are
First
plowing.
time.
We
You're
are
the guinea pig.
plowing the dirt.
Guinea pig.
We're paving the road,
You're a
and
trailblazer.
yeah, we're trailblazing, and then the younger sibling is just like, we're trailblazing. Younger siblings just like, what a nice road. I wonder who built this.
It is funny how we cover all the different spectrums of sibling orders.
Yeah.
though.
Yes.
You got a younger sibling, an older sibling, an only child. We covered the full
And how they
spectrum.
show up, the toxic
Does they
traits
show up
differently.
those?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
in response to those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other toxic traits, guys.
I could elaborate on the victim mentality.
let's hear it.
I love indulging in like, woe is me. You know, like
She
Whoa.
does.
it's like
Yes.
so satisfying. Like, oh
Some
my
of it is
God.
justified, though.
It is.
But some of it are
Don't
just
feed
like,
me.
you're too used to this.
This one time, we both were checking in for a flight. Basically, I think like I checked in and I had a seat assigned, and then you checked in and you didn't have a seat assigned.
Oh.
Do you remember that? And I was like, is she onto something?
Oh. It's okay. No. This is because I'm so woe is me that like Jen and Emma are just like so used to it. They're like, we cannot feel this anymore. But also they see that it comes from a place of experience sometimes. So she saw that and she was like, wait, is this actually true? Is life a little hard for her? And so I was just sitting there smug, so happy.
And she
like,
basked in it.
sorry. I mean, you get to choose your seat, but I just have to live with the consequences of being a pleb. And not like I didn't work hard to like not be a pleb, you know, but
And she knows the right words to say that you're like, oh, you poor thing.
people just favor
Yeah.
others.
The thing is, she voices it first, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's so true. But then she doubles down, and then I'm like,
You're like, wait a
okay,
second.
wait. I see the cart going down the road.
Yeah. Like,
I make
there
you
it goes.
believe it, you know?
Yes,
very
and then we catch
convincing.
ourselves.
Yeah, and then
Yes.
maybe like 2 days later, you're like, wait a second.
Yes.
You're washing the dishes.
That was not a big deal. That we did not have to empathize with that.
That was not something worthy of my
Just
energy.
like in the moment, you're like, your life is hard. I'm so sorry you had to deal with this. I will be more cognizant.
Because we see her suffering in front of us. And
Like, I'll
and
be
we're
more
just like, oh, that
cognizant
is
of
really
like how to like cater to you next time.
Yeah.
Like 2 days later while you're doing dishes, be like, did she just Did that?
Did she just ShamWow
Did she
me?
just ShamWow me? Did she just do that to me? Have I
give
been
her an inch.
manipulated?
She takes like 3 vials.
Yeah.
And we're like,
Yeah. We're like,
maybe
you
we can give
poor-
you, like,
you poor thing.
I am poor.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, so victim mentality is
Okay.
one of my
Victim
favorite
mentality.
toxic traits. I think I'm
that's a
really
good one.
one of my strongest ones. Yeah, if we could compete, I bet I would win. And if we were to compete, if all of our toxic traits were to compete against each other, I bet my
Oh, that's an
woe is
interesting
me would win.
visual.
My biggest contender is knowing how to use what people like to hear to get what I want. So, for example,
Oh my God, you do that all the
I
time.
know.
I
Master
see it
manipulator.
happen, and I'm just like,
but you
here
guys
she
get
goes again.
things, right? I've given you the benefit of what I've
she
received.
is very generous with.
Yes, I'm generous, but I do get what I want. Like sometimes when, so I know this feels so bad. I know like guys love to be complimented. They love to be told that they're strong.
Yeah.
And so when I have someone over at my place, like some guy friends over at my place, and I'm like trying to open a chip bag, and I really just don't want to put in that effort to open the chip bag, but I know I could do it myself. I'm just like, I open it a little bit, like, oh, can you do it for me? And then they open it, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so strong. And they just love being just handed the jar. They love being handed the chip bag. They love being like, oh my gosh, can you reach that for me? I can't reach it. And I'm like, I know I can climb onto the counter and get the jar myself, but it's just like, if you give someone a job, it makes them feel good too. So everybody wins. Everybody wins. I'm not just using you just for my gain. I'm giving you something to feel good about afterwards.
And then you
so generous.
And then you feed your village.
Yes, and then you feed, and like, oh,
It's actually altruistic.
They did
She's
such a
actually
good job.
She's a provider.
Yeah. Yeah, they did such a good, and then I'll call it out, be like, thank you so much for opening that chip bag for me.
With the eye.
Like, have you been working out? Like, I know how to be the girl of everyone's dreams. So that's it. And I'm a Karen, so I can also be your worst nightmare.
But by the point the Karen comes out, you've been reeled in already.
Yeah,
You've
it's
been
too late.
charmed.
You can't escape.
Her
Yeah.
charm, her magnetism. I'm not sure if this is a toxic traits episode or like a propaganda campaign. I'm like buying into some like, dang,
Like, how do I be like
I
that?
need to do some of this.
but yeah, I don't do it maliciously at all. It's just how I've learned how to operate.
At least we can name our toxic traits, guys. This is very good.
Yes.
This is very good.
Yes. Lawyer. Karen.
Victim.
mentality. You are calling me the victim, therefore I am the victim.
Oh my gosh. Now it's your fault.
yeah.
You see, ladies and gents, she's very
I
good.
didn't say it.
Let's take a moment of celebration for the fact that we are aware. We are
Round of
self-aware. We can articulate
Johnny,
them.
our producer, is also clapping for us.
Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you, Johnny.
He acknowledges it.
There are the toxic traits that you're not aware of, but a lot of times the consequences that you cause, you see them, and it's really difficult to stomach, like you causing other people emotional
feel a certain
harm,
way,
especially
yeah.
when you can see it happening in front of you and
Yeah.
knowing you're the cause of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of times, like maybe you don't know, like you just reacted.
Yeah.
And then you see them and you're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, but like they deserved it, right? So then but then like maybe the next step is kind of like, well, maybe like things aren't great, but they don't deserve to feel that way. And like, what did I
Yeah.
do to cause that? But then like that's already a lot. So just questioning, where it came from and why it is that way would be probably the first step. But it's just facing the consequences of what you
it.
Yeah. I think you have to kind of ride that wave of knowing that it will feel good at the time to do the toxic thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we stop before we make the decision to say the thing or like deal out the pain
Yeah.
or throw the punch. But then you don't realize like afterwards someone else will react to that.
Yeah.
And then you kind of see their face drop and then you see the pain that you've caused
Yeah.
in them and you're like, oh no. And it makes you pause and be like, oh,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Like
Mhm.
it really hurts to see someone else hurting because of what you did to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like it's so satisfying at first, but give it like a few more beats and then you're like,
Yeah.
did I do that?
Yeah.
And then you're like, am I a terrible person?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like if they're brave enough to call it out, they're like, I also gave attitude to my mom like a few weeks ago. And like after I reacted to her, she was like, you didn't have to say that way. And I did not deserve that.
Yeah.
And then after she called that out, I was like, oh, I was just mean to my mom and she really didn't deserve that.
Yeah.
And so it makes you pause and be like, okay. So I think, being called out and kind of riding that wave and knowing the pain that you can cause someone later on, it's kind of hard, like when you're in the moment to kind of examine, oh, what did I just do and dissect that moment.
Yeah.
But
I think you can only ignore it for so long.
it helps for you to note after you think through it, like, oh, this is what triggered me, this is what I do, this is what it caused, and kind of like go down those steps.
Yeah, and a lot of times
being
like it
aware
might
of
not be
that.
so clear. Like you might you start noticing trends in the way that people either fall off in your life or the way people react to you, or you notice that different people are responding in the same way. And so you think about the equation, like what is the one consistent thing?
What is the common
You know,
denominator?
Could not ever be me.
But is it me? Am I the problem?
Yeah.
Maybe it's like the air around me, but like not me. You know what
Surely
I mean?
not. It's the molecules.
It's them.
Yeah.
the molecules.
Yeah.
I think for me, at least, also the common denominator is often just the pride and the ego.
Oh, for sure.
That is so
We forgot that one. That one's
strong.
great. Added to the top of my list, actually. Better than victim
Yeah.
mentality. Yeah, pride.
Pride.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like when you are fighting and you are exhibiting those toxic traits, it's all out of pride that's been hurt.
Yeah.
And you're like putting all these walls up, you're putting all these like ugly things out because your pride has been hurt. But like indulging in your pride never ultimately feels good. Like I
doesn't
think
feel good.
we know what it feels like to give and be generous and to see other
Yeah.
people well. And that's what ultimately gives us life. But at the moment, acknowledging that like, oh, I'm doing this because my ego is hurt is actually like really helpful too. Like I am hurt too, and that's why I'm operating this way, but I don't need to operate this way. It's also giving yourself the grace too, I think, to be like, it's because my ego's hurt too. You
Yeah. The
know? I
little
think it gives us
ego.
permission to feel what we feel without acting it out, you know?
Yeah.
So we allow ourselves to even acknowledge ourselves, even if the other person can. And then from that place, we can have more space to maybe make space for them.
Yeah.
Let the empathy
Yeah.
atoms in our brain.
I don't think people talk enough about how existing in the pride and the ego is also very lonely too, because you could be right, but nothing is resolved.
Yeah.
And now there's like this relationship and there's a riff in it.
Yeah.
And
You see the
so like
destruction.
in the end you end up losing.
The person. that
Even if you
care
win the
about.
argument,
Yeah.
you end up losing the relationship. And
Yeah.
so it's just like you have to be more cognizant of like, oh, where can I like give a concession? Where can I be like, okay, it's not really okay, but like for you, I can offer myself out in this way.
And a lot of times, like both sides just want to like have
Just
someone
be understood.
first take the little baby step to be like, how did that make you feel?
Immediately disarmed
Immediate
the other side.
diffusion.
Yeah.
What were you saying earlier about like instead of being like blowing at them with a fire hose, you just like a little
Mist, like
A mist.
be like
a
little bit of
mist
H2O.
diffusion.
yeah.
Yeah,
bit of water.
maybe some essential oils.
They're
and some
just
eucalyptus.
I think it's good to even call it out as
Just
it's happening. Be like,
Yeah.
oh, I just gave you attitude. That was not okay.
Yep.
And so
Yep.
for that person to be
They don't
to know that you're
you see
thinking
it.
about
Yes.
them
Yes.
is automatically so disarming.
Yeah.
I like how this became more like this is how to do a relationship. This is how to converse well. Because toxicity comes out in relationships.
The
It's
most.
You
the
can't be
most.
toxic on your own. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if you're just like alone? Who are you gonna be toxic to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes closeness for the toxicity to arise.
Yes.
Well, like poison in a bottle isn't gonna do anything. It has to be poured out and administered.
Wow. Great picture.
Thank you. Thank you.
But I think step one, before you even work on it, honestly, because this is a long journey, okay? It's okay. It's a
Yeah.
long journey.
It's very
and
so
that's a
long.
whole other episode, I'm sure.
It's like a whole season, dude.
Yeah,
It's
Honestly, we still
hard.
haven't figured it out.
We could do a part two. Yeah.
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 But step one is just being aware of it, acknowledging it. Honestly, like making fun of it with yourself too.
Yes.
You know, it's like
helps a
really
lot.
healthy.
Yeah.
Name it.
And not having it feel crushing either. Like sometimes when you acknowledge your toxic traits, it can feel really like
yeah.
self-accusatory too.
Yeah.
But you're like, it's okay. Like
Yeah.
we're all toxic in different ways.
Everyone is toxic. Like
Different
that is just
colors,
fact.
different flavors of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's fun to learn your closest friends or your family members. Just understanding their toxic traits allows you to like love them well as well. So awareness is so good, so healthy.
And I don't think it's
Beautiful.
even something to eradicate because it's like roses have thorns and it's going to be there,
Yes.
but it's just like,
Yes.
are you aware of it enough to be like, oh,
Manage.
maybe don't touch this area because I will poke you? Or like, oh, I need to be more careful with this. Like knowing your boundaries and knowing like where to tell people like, oh, maybe like this will
might
this
get
if you
spanked.
get come around like this side of me, it might hurt you.
Yeah.
So just like letting you know, like I am working on it, but it does exist.
Yeah.
One thing I've
Yeah.
told all of my roommates and close friends, like even whenever we go out somewhere, if we go travel somewhere, I tell all of them, if it's the morning and I am being mean, it's not you. I promise you, like it is me and I am the problem.
Yeah,
I am
very
a
true.
bitch in the mornings.
true.
And
It's
like
really true.
just don't talk to
really
me.
true.
And they always try to be like, good morning. And I'm just like, I told you not to talk to me. You know what I mean? But it's like, I would tell them and they don't believe. So if they don't believe you, that's like another thing you have to deal with. But like being able to like call that out and like show that you're aware of it,
You're
to
aware.
like give them the space to like a little bit of knowledge on knowing how to navigate you as you're working on it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, just so it's not something that they're confronted by, like right in the
Out of
morning. You're just like, I
surprise.
thought we had a great time last night. Like, why are you being like this to me? Yeah, But that's
Exactly.
just like how you are.
That's
just how you are.
That's
so
just
bad.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops.
And I think as people with friends, you know, I think it's also important for us to give some concessions to other people's toxic traits as well. I think like for me, a general rule is like I'm gonna give my friend like one or two things that I'm just gonna be okay with because that's
Yeah.
just how they are.
Yeah.
People aren't perfect.
Yeah.
And so like if you have a friend that's like a pathological liar and you're okay with that, just be like, oh, that's just how she is.
There she goes again.
And there's like
She's
no,
covering up
you can't
something out of
yeah,
hurt or,
you can't
like, fear.
fix people.
Yeah.
Like it's up to them to fix themselves. But if you're able to concede and be like, okay, this is how she is. She's not very happy in the morning, but I'll just stay away. And I know and I trust that she'll come back around. I think that's like very healthy for relationships.
Yeah,
as
when the
well.
clock strikes noon.
It's so funny. Yeah. It's so funny because like
you just see her smile like
Yeah.
Right when it's noon.
when food hits her stomach.
Yes.
Very good. It's very good. And then
Slap
when
some
she
food
asks
right in
you the
front of
first
her.
question of like, how did you sleep? You're like,
yes,
she's ready to engage
Let me
now.
speak to you.
just like give
Do
her some
not speak
space
to me
first.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they all try to like they all don't believe me. They all think I'm like underselling myself. They all think I'm being over exaggerative. They learn the hard way.
Yeah.
As you both have.
Yeah.
But knowing your best friend's toxic traits is like there's such intimacy in that, you know? Like,
Yeah.
there's such closeness. And being like, I know she like that.
And
It's
also
okay.
yeah, and
You
also
know,
just
there's
like
such closeness.
and you know they're not scared of it either.
Yeah.
You know?
And you can call it out and trust that they'll take it well.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna hurt that side of you when they're like calling it out either. Because they
No.
know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really special.
Yeah.
So self-awareness is so attractive. Think about some of the people in your life that you really respect. Like there's a deep self-awareness that they have and they know themselves so intimately and they're unafraid in sharing their best sides and their worst sides. But also like it's exciting to discover your toxic traits because they often will point to your deepest wounds, which then you can heal and grow from. But then two can also point to your biggest superpower sometimes. So learning to wield them well
That's so good.
and wielding them for good is powerful. So
Yes.
it's actually so exciting. Go discover your toxic traits
Yeah.
together with your
Yes.
friends. Make fun of each other for it. Roast them for it. You know, it's really
Have a
it's
toxic
fun.
night. There's a
toxic night.
there's a test online where you can see your toxic
Oh my god!
traits.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Emily
Yeah.
sent this to me out of nowhere. I was like, I came back from vacation, went back,
I'm like, she's gonna love this.
went back to work, and then no text from you, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just the link.
What's your toxic trait?
trait?
And then we had a group chat of like the 5 of us from your birthday trip. And we were like, let's all take it.
Yeah.
Everybody share yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So I'll drop a link to that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we could drop a link.
Yeah.
I'm the Karen.
I forget what I am.
Yeah, but just thinking about
You're
how,
master manipulator, drama llama.
oh,
How cute. I love the name.
It's so true though.
so fun.
love being dramatic. Yeah,
Right.
but
Yeah.
knowing how much pain you can cause someone with your toxic trait, but knowing that also that comes from your greatest strength. Think how much you could influence someone else on the flip side, how much happier you can make, how much exuberance you could bring to someone's life with what comes from the same place as the toxic trait.
Yeah.
So it's a great power.
It is a great power.
Just wielded wisely.
Yes.
Yes.
I think that wraps up this episode about red flags, toxic traits. We have exposed
in
ourselves.
conclusion, we are red flags, but we know it, and you are too. And we out.
And scene. Bye.